doing spiritual freedom, clearing obstacles and blocks to your best life, health, wealth, love, and emotional freedom. And the clearings we're doing today are Happy 4th of July clearings, money, so being able to bring in, sustain, and grow money. Success, being able to align with your career and with your mission. Relationship, freedom, clearing a bad relationship. And happiness, clearing blocks to sustaining joy and vitality. So we're going to get started with the money clearing that we had already started with on the phone. What we're doing is we're clearing in the ability to bring in, sustain, and grow money. In amplification clearings, we're doing the Lucifer stops, soul contracts, demonic, satanic, and evil spirit curses. In perception clearings, we're clearing memes, which are group mind. Okay. Alrighty, and then from let's see, so we have memes, group mind virus is miasm, black magic, which is things that you say about yourself, curses, things that other people say about you, atheist energy, like the belief that it has to be this way, and it can't, you don't have any power to change it. Trauma, and trauma from past lives in this life. And then from the emotions, we go through the emotional body and brain and clear any blocks in emotions. And finally, in the cellular body, in DNA and bloodline. And the DNA and bloodline are very, very powerful clearings. So now I am going to switch screens here for a minute, and you're going to see what I'm actually doing. I'm doing the quantum pump. Hi, everyone. I love you, and thank you so much for staying with us through technical difficulties. So this is the hand movement, like this, and like this. So you see your hand is going out and in, out and in. There we go. And so we're going to clear probably for a few minutes now and create some miraculous shift for everybody. And welcome to my home. I am having some wonderful freedom going on for me. I have painters in my house, and they're not here today. I have the landscapers out today doing all the tidying and landscaping stuff. But I've had painters painting from top to bottom the inside of the house. So I'm not actually in my office, I'm in my guest bedroom. So, yahoo! We make it work. And it's a very happy 4th of July for me. Definitely feeling a lot of connection with freedom and being able to manifest my own dreams. And that's what I really want for you too, is to be able to really manifest in a big way your heart's desire. And so happy you found me. So it'd be fun to see where everybody is from. And also, did you find out about us through Facebook? Is this the first time, or have you been following us for a while? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you, Nina. That's very sweet of you. Yay! Everything's working. Okay. And the one thing that I know about our webinar jam is it's wonderful, but it's somewhat temperamental to this energy, and I'm not sure that there's anything that's better than webinar jam. So also, if you don't have a fast enough speed on your browser, you may not get the video. You may only get the chat box. So it does have something to do with how fast your speed is. Okay, lots of people. New York City, yay. Bangkok, and Canada, and England, and Georgia, and London, Ontario. Ooh, these are going so fast. I'll be able to read them. Wow, that's going really wonderful. I'm excited. Yay! Bucharest, Romania, Toronto, Sofia, Um, Happy 4th of July. Yay. I'm going to read all these notes. So I'll have my girl send them all to me. So it's going a little fast for me to read all of those. But I love you guys. Thank you. Divine Light and Love from the Caribbean, Trinidad, Netherlands. Oh, fantastic. Hey, do you guys know I'm going to be in London teaching the Diamond class in September? I don't know if you know that, but you want to learn all the trainings. You want to come into the London class. So you can find out about that at julierenee.com in the under trainings and live events. Yay. Abu Dhabi? Wow, I don't think I've ever had anyone in Holland. California, yay. Hawaii, yay. Alaska, friend from Marin, yay. Norway, Romania, cool. This is so terrific. Yeah, absolutely, good. Ireland, fantastic. I've been to Ireland 3 times. Hey, did you know I've been to all 48 continental United States and slept in each of the states? Yep. And I've been to some of the European countries and some of the Asian countries. And I love to travel. So here we go. Hawaii and Utah and France and UK. Bloodline and DNA. What is the difference between bloodline and DNA? Good question, Rachel. DNA is actually in the cells, and DNA is the information that's passed down from your family line. So, but it's in the cells. So DNA is like the DNA strand. Bloodline is in the blood. So it's typically passed on from the mother to the children. But you can kind of think of bloodline as the clan line. And so the energy and the information that comes from the bloodline. And to me, bloodline feels very much like clan, like the power that the clan brings. So they're both from the physical body, and they have an energetic overlay from the family. Good question. Can you address circulation issues? I can only pump a few seconds. Oh, it's fine if you don't pump. This is not a class for healing the physical body. We have lots of classes, though, that are for healing this physical body. Golden Age Year of Miracles is fantastic. But listen, you can actually you can pump with your toes, too. You can just get your ankles pumping for a while. So if you want to pump with one of your feet or your hand, feet is about 70% effective, so it does work. You can typically I'm using my right hand, but if you want to go for it, you can use both hands, right and left. You can be like da 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 da. So however you want to pump. And yes, also the VIP program, if you want to regenerate all of what makes circulation work, we do that in that also. Looks like another. Can we please remove where we attract people who can't respect others, like sociopaths like this? Oh, okay. That, yes, maybe. We are gonna do a relationship clearing. Let's see if that might be, if we have time. So we're gonna go a full hour. And we'll see what we can get done in an hour. Very good. Please clear procrastination, sabotage. Hey, Penny May, and does clearing blood transfusion bloodlines, does it clear from blood transfusion bloodlines? Yes, the information, I mean, you might have to do a clearing. If you've had a blood transfusion and you notice that you're influenced by the person whose blood you received, you may have to do a big clearing on the whole influence of that blood transfusion because you got someone else's information. And the same with if you've had a transplant of any kind, including a skin transplant, because you'll have someone else's DNA. So transplants typically are DNA, and then blood transfusions are someone's blood or bloodline. But we probably won't be doing a big clearing on that. That would be bigger than what we're going to do today. But you will get the clearing for the bringing in money, sustaining it, and growing it on the bloodline, whatever bloodline is affecting your body. So good question. 6 p.m. over here. Good, Marisha. And yes, and Mary will be sending out the replay to everybody today, and we'll be sending some free bonus gifts because we had so many technical difficulties. So yes. Does the clearing go out to everyone in my home as they can hear you? If they're participating in the call, it goes to them. So if they are like, yeah, I want that, Mom, then it goes to them. But we don't generally clear people unless they are in agreement to being cleared. And the reason for that is everybody brings in their own challenges and problems so that they can grow and become amazing. And sometimes difficulties really help us to learn and grow and understand ourselves and become better people. So we don't take away the opportunity to grow, only if they are like ready to let it go. Hi, 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 I'm in. Clear blocks that come up, I really want something. Yeah, little problems, blocks, interruptions. Okay. Fantastic, Sophia, you're in. Okay, Mary, on the hearing part, if you refresh your browser, sometimes it'll be the video working and sometimes it'll be the audio working. So I think if you do refresh or you log back in, you may get the whole thing. It has to do with the speed of your internet. Okay, and you will get the clearing whether you can hear me or not. What if a blood transfusion was more than 30 years ago? You can just muscle test and see if it's still affecting you. By the way, these questions are going so fast. I apologize, I'm not getting to every one of them before they go under the screen. So let's see. Okay, so there was one, always have health issues in life, bad luck, medical charts. So yeah, understand, let me pop back here for a minute to this lineup that we're doing. 1 second here. So this lineup here, amplification clearings, Lucifer stops, soul contracts, perception clearings, emotion, DNA, and bloodline. For things that we don't touch on, I'd like you to do the same pumping for the things that we aren't addressing in this class. So we're addressing money, we're addressing love, and we're addressing being able to be in your career and vitality and joy. So you can, we're going to send this PowerPoint out to you. You'll have that with the video replay. And you can also pump for yourself. You're welcome, Nina. I'm moving south now and don't want to bring the old energy. Can we clear this? Thank you. I'm in. Thank you. Definitely. Sandhya? Definitely. And I think I'll be doing a free intro for the Diamond class too, so watch for that. I think I'll be getting that up in the next couple weeks. And that'll be a class where we do some money clearance for people. What are Lucifer stops? You know, I found that it's funny, even if you don't kind of believe in the Satan, evil spirit stuff, it still exists. And there was a being that was Lucifer, who was an archangel, so just like Archangel Michael and Gabriel, and really was a friend of um, the the supreme being who oversees our planet. And at some point, Lucifer fell and put some stops into the human blueprint for people to actually heal and transform. And what we've found is that 90% of people will pretty much clear, but there'll be some little something that doesn't allow them to go 100%. And or there are a few people that really don't see a huge change even if the regeneration and clearings happen. And it was found in the Lucifer stops, evil spirit curses, and atheist energy and bloodline. Those were things that we hadn't been clearing in the past. So we've added those to the clearings. And honestly, it's all about clearing this time around. I think when you think about what power was in other lifetimes, power was all about being able to have power over others, to dominate others, to control others. And in this era, in this age, we're not looking for overwhelming power. We're looking for freedom, not controlling others, but freedom to fully express ourselves. And so in this very beginning of a new era, where the thousands of years, we're about 35 years into a new era, and we have thousands of years ahead of us. So we're just stepping through a doorway in many ways. And this doorway is a doorway to freedom. And so it's such a perfect day today to really be stepping that up and saying, I want to learn how to clear this. I know that I can express myself more fully, where it used to be people, the people who had the power were the people who could cast a spell or put a curse on somebody or could send a lot of control energy towards somebody. That is not the way it's happening anymore. The people who are most powerful and most effective are people who contribute. You notice that all the wealthy people have now got their favorite charities and are giving like crazy and doing all kinds of amazing things to help people, because true value now isn't just about who has the most toys, it's who contributes the most, and who contributes the most in the most beautiful way. Okay, and then Marlene is asking, can clearing bloodlines cure blood pressure in DNA as well? So thanks so much. Bloodline, not necessarily, unless bloodline, if all of you are, people in your family have high blood pressure and tend to be a little edgy, angry, or something like that, then maybe. Blood pressure is a whole different scenario. You have to, actually, you do have to alter the DNA and bloodline, definitely. You want to go into the part of the brain that controls blood pressure and the heart, and really rewrite the script for yourself. So, but bloodline and DNA would be helpful clearings, but wouldn't be the end all. Sure. Can you do a clearing for overpaying? Well, I don't know about overpaying. Let's see. Since birth. Bob is asking if I'm on the phone or the webinar, and they're both on. We created a phone line backup plan so that, honestly, folks, and I think you all probably get it, this is some pretty powerful energy that we work with and clear. And sometimes it shorts out the tech stuff. And so, and we've just upgraded, so starting next week we're using a new phone line that has much more control. So it's funny that we didn't get it in today, but we've upgraded and we're just integrating that now into our system. And it's a backup plan because when you're clearing Satan and demons and all kinds of crazy things will happen to technology sometimes. But here we are, and we're doing it. We're doing our clearings, And I love you guys, and I want you to get your breakthroughs today. There's a lot of requests. We're going to stick kind of true to the clearings we have today because they're really good clearings and they're going to help you. But if you want to, as we're doing something like the vitality and joy, you could work on clearing the specific things you're talking about in health, or you know, your career. You might to work specifically on some block. Go ahead and pump for that. All right, my dears, and let's see, have we cleared that? And we've gotten all the way through the money, so we're going to go, so those clearings on the ability to sustain, grow, bring in money, we've gotten that cleared. So let's move on to the next clearing, which is your success, aligning your career with your mission. And again, we're going to do the same things. We're going to clear amplification, perception, emotions, DNA, and bloodline. So in this alignment, you could be clearing out also things like being heard and seen, being able to know what your mission is, perhaps being able to attract the right people to support you in your mission. You could do that. So you could make this a bigger clearing, align your career with your mission, and be wildly successful. So that could, you could also put in there as you're clearing, you could put in, and I see myself in a 6-figure career or a 7-figure career. Oh, okay, and Sandra is asking about pumping, so I'll just come back on and show you again. So the quantum pump is a technique that came to me in the garden. And many of you know my story. I survived the atomic bomb testing in the Nevada desert. I had 17 surgeries, multiple cancers, died twice, was in a wheelchair for a year, told I would never walk without unbearable pain. It was a tough life. I added up the time I'd been in the hospital, two and a half years in the hospital, almost 3 years in the hospital in a hospital bed. And I went to my garden in prayer and meditation 8 years ago. And the very first day, I said, God, take me or make me well. You promised me the Garden of Eden, and I'm living in hell on earth. And from that moment, and from the chanting and praying, I could feel that tingly energy rise in my body and begin to really feel my body regenerating and see in my mind's eye a master cell, which is a stem cell, going to 100%. During that time in the garden, in the days, I wouldn't say it was the first day, but it was certainly in those first 2 weeks, my hand started moving and started just kind of moving on its own. It wasn't a spiritual parasite. It was really beginning to access the quantum field. And that is what we do when we pump. Now, the quantum field, you may or may not understand, and most people don't. There's 2 types of physics. By the way, the hawks are circling around. It's very cool. So we have 2 kinds of physics. We have relativity, Newtonian, which is apple falling from the tree, and things are seen and understood that way. And then we have quantum, and they're both equally respected. Now, quantum defines the existence of everything as particles vibrating. So we have all these particles vibrating, which allow us to be part of a greater field. So we're all part of this field of particles vibrating. By pumping, we're rearranging the information in the universe, so it allows us to clear, and it allows us to regenerate. In the diamond training, we really go into so much. We go into clearing spiritual parasites for 7 hours. We do a whole day of the amplification, perception, emotions. We do another whole day on bloodline and DNA. We do a day on wealth, a day on karma and love, and we do a day and a half on regeneration. And you guys learn how to actually really regenerate in the most powerful way, starting with the stem cell and starting a cascade of new cell growth. So it's pretty exciting. So the pump is this hand movement. And when I first started doing this on video or live a year ago, I was very shy and kind of embarrassed. I have a crooked finger. I have a crooked finger. I don't want anyone to see my crooked finger. So now I let everybody see my crooked finger, and we all get the quantum pump. And isn't it great when we have something that's an imperfection? I think that it, you know, it makes us more accessible to everyone else, right? So it's extremely, and actually, some of you know this and some of you don't. I was born autistic, so I didn't speak till I was 5. Back then they didn't diagnose us, but I know this because 7 of my nieces and nephews are. So it's like fantastic that we have this ability for me to be with you, and it's not overwhelming. I can teach you everything, and I do. If you get a chance to come and work with me in person, you should. It's a very, very special opportunity. And just want you to know how much I love and appreciate you, and how much I value and treasure this time that we're having together. And it's, you know, it's all part of this mission, 5 million minds. When we get 5 million minds shifting, understanding that they have a regenerative, they have an ability to regenerate, that's when the group mind changes and everything changes. Yahoo! Drink your water, by the way. 4 ounces every half an hour, all day long, keeps you focused and clear and bright and beautiful. Oh my goodness. And I am so thrilled. I'm seeing, now we didn't get all 600 people on the call, but there are over 300 of you. And I love you, I love you, I love you. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for creating this amazing breakthrough day. I'm seeing a lot of questions. I'm going to be able to answer a few of them. I apologize, I won't be able to answer everything. Adoptive might be interesting. My son has a rare metabolic genetic disease. Is it possible to clear this? Definitely is. That would be a VIP one-to-one kind of thing, and absolutely. Please clear blocks to receiving what you are doing. Blocks to receiving what you are doing. Love to you too. Thank you, thank you. I have a veil wrapped around me since birth. Okay, that's probably an energetic problem. Let's see. Keep pumping for what we're working on. Okay, and adoptive and issues don't want biological, neither adoptive struggle since, this is moving. Fascinated, always scammed and cheated. Okay, so Marlena, yeah, there's some good clearings to do. I think you could start with this. You might also want to work in the VIP mentoring program, because we can clear all of that for you, so that you don't have to live with that problem any longer. Oh, thank you, Muskan Rima. You're probably newer to me. Yes, the clearings are just pump. That's all you have to do. And perhaps I didn't take it all the way. My hand moving started reorganizing things. You don't have to focus. Once you've intended on something, you can allow your mind to be quiet, or you can focus on the issue. But understand that once you've started and you've got your list in front of you and what you're clearing, that you don't need to keep your mind just thinking on this one thing. I'm clearing amplification, I'm clearing bloodline. You don't have to do that narrowly anymore. The intention and the pumping will allow it to clear. And how we test, is it clear? We test by pushing the 4th finger of the right hand down with the 1st finger of the left hand, and that's a type of kinesiology, which is muscle testing. And I get that we have cleared this success. So we've done success, so we'll go back to our PowerPoint now. Good questions, everybody. I just love that you're so interactive with me. Yay! Okay, and what we're going to next is freedom to be interesting. Here we go. Relationship freedom. Clearing a bad relationship. And what we're going to do now is we are going to clear one relationship, one problem from relationship. So actually, it would be one person, not one problem. So say you've got an ex-husband that's just awful, or you're really unhappy with your mother or father or a relative or a boss. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a karma clearing. We're going to remove the energy in each other's bodies. We're going to remove cords, contracts, agreements, and we're going to end karma. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to come back on the screen, and we're going to do that next. Okay. So the first part of a karma clearing, and we teach a class on karma clearing, so you might love to be in that class. It's a 2-hour class, and typically it's done at Valentine's Day, and it's just really powerful. And sometimes we do it right before Christmas too, because clearing karma with your family before you see them is a good idea. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do energy. And you can imagine, and one thing that you can do is you can use your hand in a different way. I'm going to show you what helps with karma clearing. This kind of a thing helps with karma clearing. And so when you imagine there's 2 roses in front of you, so you can see my hand is just kind of a little bit shaking. It's doing that kind of a thing. Okay. So you're going to imagine 2 roses out in front of you. 1 rose for yourself, and I make my rose for myself pink, and then 1 rose for the other person. And I always make that rose blue. And ground the 2 roses to the center of the earth, and they're just in front of you. So you just imagine 2 roses in front of you. And these are magnet roses. And just go ahead and pull all of your energy. So the magnet rose is going to pull all of your energy out of that person. And you can do that especially with your children too. You don't want to leave all your energy in your children. So go ahead and pull that energy. So you're seeing that rose pulling all your energy out of their body. And then the rose that's for them is pulling all of their energy out of your body. And you know, it's so crazy. What I have discovered is that sometimes people who are alive and they're overly concerned with a person, they show up as a ghost in the person. And you can test to see if someone that you had a bad relationship with or a controlling person has some energy in your body, because it can really affect you. So you want to, you know, magnetize the energy out. And so now that blue rose is pulling the energy out of your body, you might feel a nice transition. We're amplifying that, making that go a little faster with this hand movement if you want to. And you're welcome to pump if you want to, but you don't have to. This is a visualizing process for the most part. And then you want to just send their energy back to them, so you can hand them back their rose. Thank you so much. I appreciate what you've donated to me. I'm not interested in having it anymore. Here you go. You can have your energy back. And then take your rose, if it's pink, and just put it in your heart and accept your energy back. It's all clean. The rose has purified it. So you've just, or you can pop it in the top of your head. And so now you've gotten your energy back. And that worked really nicely. So then we go to cords, and people are corded to each other, partly because mothers and babies cord. And babies are corded to their mother so that their mom can be attuned to whatever problems they're having. So if a baby needs food or is in danger, or a child, mom will know right away because there are energetic cords going between mom and baby. All right, so we know that. But then why do adults get corded to each other, and why do some adults have 20 cords or 30 cords? They're walking around and they look kind of like an octopus. And it's just because it got set up in childhood that that's how you would connect in with somebody. When somebody says I want to connect with you, check and see if you've got a cord with them. I know it's a popular kind of buzzword that at least in the English language people say, oh, I want to connect, I want to connect, I want to connect, and you start feeling like, ah! So that might be just a clue. They might be connected literally with the cord. So what we do is we imagine, and again, you can use your hand to stimulate this even more, but we just imagine like an electric cord, and we're going to pull out the electric cords from the body. You might want to ultimately get my karma clearing program, or at least the karma clearing meditation. That's on the website. You can look under meditations, you can find it there. And it does take you through step by step. It's like 45 minutes long. It's beautiful. Has harp music in the background. It's really nice. But let's go ahead and pull out the cords. So we're just going to pull out the cords. A lot of times I see cords in the head, in the throat, in the heart, and in the belly. That's where I typically see it, but there are cords, could be anywhere. And there's just no purpose in having cords as an adult other than it's an energy exchange that you don't probably want. And you might be the one sending the cords, and you might be the one being corded. So in whichever case, just go ahead and pull the cords out, at least for this one person you're working on. Ah, I see Dipan. Hey there, from India. Let me see what you said here. Oh, thank you. So nice to see you, Dipan. Dipan came from India and did the last Diamond Immersion program, and she's such a wonderful, wonderful health practitioner over in India, making a big difference with the people in her world. We love you. Okay. Schizophrenia and paranoia can't be cleared in a short day, but it can be cleared in the VIP program. Schizophrenia and paranoia are reworking of the brain and the energetic body, and removing a whole lot of spiritual parasites. So that's what that is, and it can be done, but it definitely takes time. It doesn't happen in a few minutes. Okay. Alex is asking about the mechanics of a clearing, and we don't really call on angels or spirit guides to help. However, there is a legion of golden beings who are assisting in restoring the information of the blueprint in the quantum field to humanity. And they definitely do support the process. And if you wanted to have help from angels, there's definitely you can. It's just not part of what I teach. What I'm really teaching is that you're really rearranging the quantum field yourself. You're actually doing it yourself. So this pump is allowing you to have access to the field and rearrange it. Now, part of the information, I think, is as we raise our energy vibration and understand that when you study with me, your energy vibration goes up quite a bit because we're doing a lot of clearings, and you're actually getting the love wisdom to incorporate it and move into deeper spaces. So we really, yeah, want you to get these clearings, definitely. And if my tech person is listening, could you please mute the phone lines again? There are people talking, which is just got me a little distracted there for a second. Thank you. Oh, and it happened. Lots of things coming in here. Yes, will we be getting a copy of this? You definitely will. You're going to get the PowerPoint. You're going to get the video. And you're also going to get a couple of free programs, the Wealth Program, the Fatigue to Fabulous, and the Beautiful from the Inside Out series, as my way of saying thank you for being patient and coming, you know, holding out and waiting for this call even though we had technical difficulties. I'd love to see you in the classes, but I'm thrilled that you're on this free class because I really love giving to my community. I really do. And this is one wonderful way to do it. Okay, let's see. Are we done with? Yeah. Okay. So we were working on relationship. We removed cords. Let's go to contracts and agreements, and we can do that with the quantum pump. And I'm just going to put you back in so you can see what we're working on next. Don't want to push the wrong button there. Okay, so we've removed the energy, we've removed the cords, and now we're going to contracts and agreements. Now, contracts are something that typically is in writing, and agreements are typically something said. So when you think about contracts, think about maybe something like a marriage certificate, or the purchase of something like you bought a boat together, or you have some kind of a license, or but in any case, it's something that's in writing typically. There's tons of business contracts. I know I sign contracts every day with business. And then agreements are things that you say verbally. So maybe you were with somebody and you said, oh, we're never going to divorce, and when we get old, we're going to go to Hawaii on our 80th birthday or anniversary, and we're going to sail, the seven seas. I don't know, sail the seven seas. So those are agreements. Those are things that stay floating. They're thought forms, and they stay floating out in the universe unless you clear them. So let's clear contracts and agreements, and you can do the side hand movement if you want, or you can do the straight on pump. Both of those work. You're welcome, Alex. Okay, and Catherine, refresh. Whenever you lose audio or the video, just refresh. Okay, and just keep, we're clearing contracts and agreements. You're doing a great job. There we go. Okay, let's see. Shaylee from Nepal says, Namaste. Well, cleared most of my financial stress now, looking to attract real money, making opportunities. Beautiful. And Penny May, do you send them upwards? I'm sorry, I don't know what the question is, upwards, but I don't know what that is. How many people can you clear in a day? Well, if I'm doing one-to-one, I'm probably doing 30. If I'm doing groups, I can do a few thousand. There's not really a limit once you get to a certain level. That was a question from Tomi. And then Alex, is there something we can wear, like a stone or metal, that will help protect us from ghosts, spiritual parasites, etc.? I do know that there are stones like black onyx and Carillion. Some of those things, they're the black and the red stones that tend to be helpful, but they're not the sparkly or clear ones. They're not translucent. But they tend to help, but they don't cure everything. I am teaching a clearing spiritual freedom, clearing spiritual parasites and pests, and that's August 11th. It's a 7-hour class. We're going to clear everything from your body. So at the end of the class, there won't be anything left in your body or your field. Very good. And I really need my career field cleared. Thank you. Okay, and I think we've done that at the beginning. We did, the second clearing was success. And how do you know if you have spiritual parasites? Well, most people have some. Thanks for the replay. You're welcome. Thank you for the extra clearance. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Lynn. Yippee. Thank you. Yeah, yay. And Janet's appreciate. Thank you, Janet. You can use the right hand for the most part. but you can also use the left hand, and like I said, you can also use your feet. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Feeling a little light, Lardell? Yeah, that's normal. You might just take a hold of your hand, Mariana, if you can't control the hand movement, and just stop for a few minutes. Just take a break. Yes, we're still staying on the same person. And why don't we go to karma now? And karma, you can just imagine as a karma ring, like a Lord of the Rings, kind of a magical ring. And let's go ahead, and that ring is halfway filled. So you can just see kind of half of a ring over a white rose. And the rose is grounded. And let's go ahead and pump, just quantum pump, fill in the rest of the ring. So you're just going to pump and fill in the rest of the ring. For those of you that have been listening on the phone line, I had to take the speakerphone off because there was so much chatter, but I was still had it on, so maybe you'll hear me better. I've turned it back on, speakerphone back on. Yes, Dippin, he's getting the clearing as long as he wants it, definitely. Oh, I'm going to turn that off. So, okay. Hey, Olivia from Germany. Do I need to keep in mind a specific agreement at the moment? Not necessarily. With testing for agreements, you want to just muscle test. So you can just see how many agreements there are if you had some, or contracts if you had some. And we're filling in the karma ring to 100%. So it was a half ring, and we're making it a whole ring. So it's like a magical golden ring, and we're making it whole. And then we're going to drop it down into the rose, drop that golden ring down into the rose, and then we're just going to blow up the rose, basically disappearing the karma. So just imagine the ring is full, it's complete, you've dropped it into the center of the white rose, you've blown it up, and it is now clear. And you can pump for another minute on this karma clearing. Let's pump for 1 more minute. Great, Elizabeth, we'll include that too. We'll put the spiritual parasite class link in with the email that we sent out. Dog's heart murmur can be healed, yes. Sana, I think you have some dark energy in your hand, in your right hand, like some satanic energy in your hand. So if it's feeling distressed, I would pump to clear the energy out of the hand. And Marlene, how can I protect myself from other people's energy? By really pulling in your aura to 18 inches or less around your body, something that we really work on in the Diamond class. So people really get to understand that their auras are extended 10 feet out and in everybody's energy. So it's more about you than other people when you're picking up other stuff. Thank you, Jen. Do you, no, cords, you just actually disappear. You can just remove them from yourself and they can disappear. Can we clear blocks to total self-love? Love. That is, I don't know if we're going to have time because we have a few more clear things to do yet today. When pumping tech, my left hand, I feel heaviness and pain. Okay, I've read that one. SON, Sun, just refresh your browser. And if not, then just listen in and you'll get the replay. These clearings can never hurt you, no. It's not supposed to give you a headache, but you might need to drink water. What's happened sometimes is there'll be a spiritual parasite that doesn't want you to get free, and they'll put a little punishment energy on you. You can just pump, just say, this is not me, with the pressure in the head, And you don't say, I have a headache, you say, I have pressure in my head. That isn't me. I feel a tickle all around. That's fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and we've done the karma clearing, so we're going to the next clearing. And we're clearing blocks to sustaining joy, fight, and vitality. And so again, we're going to be clearing amplification, perception, emotions, and DNA, and we're pumping for this. We're pumping. And we have another 5 or 6 minutes left of our class. We may need to take, I think what's going to happen is we're going to send the video out immediately. Understand there's about 5 minutes where I'm waiting for you guys to get on, so you want to just speed ahead to like 5 or 6 minutes into the video, and then you'll have the replay too. What class do I take to heal a dog's heart murmur? You probably want to come into the Diamond Immersion Program or read your Divine Human Blueprint. Kirti, it could be, it's not part of the clearing, it could be part of what's leaving you. So like spiritual parasites. And then Julie, can parasites or contracts make us fat? Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, we do a lightening up program with the Beautiful from the Inside Out you might be interested in. We do 8 hours of clearing. It's pretty phenomenal. What you do? Okay. You never need to do a karma clearing. It's complete when it's done, unless you create new karma with the person afterwards. How do I get rid of dark energies? So just pump. Just have the intention of clearing dark energy. You can muscle test. It'll be a yes, and then you can pump for 10 minutes and then muscle test, and you'll get 100% clear or 90% clear. Just all you have to do is just pump and intend. What does it mean when people like to touch you? I find when I'm walking, people like to touch me. Are they taking my energy? That's an interesting question. Yeah, it does look like they are taking your energy. I would pull my aura in. It's the solution for a lot of problems. Is people don't feel you as much when you're not expanded out. Blocks to receiving a new clearing. David, how does it? Some people can suck away your energy or trouble your mind with thoughts that aren't yours. That's what I was talking about, where people are kind of like end up showing up like ghosts, and they're in your body. So you want to just clear them. And Maria's feeling elevated, and swelling under my eyelids. Could be an implant or alien. Yeah, you know, for those of you who have these questions, a lot of them are this: I have a strange feeling, or I have a headache, or whatever. That's probably mostly spiritual parasites. And like I said, we have this really big class coming up, a 7-hour class. Just jump into it. Just get in. Just really, it's a perfect class to find out who I really am. I've been unseen slave. Gabriella, I would recommend the Accelerate Wealth, the 21-day class for you, because that is really full self-discovery and mission mastery. And what class can I find out? Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was Mary. Gabriella, what class can I? Removing a hex or curse. That's a Diamond Immersion Program. And what does it mean when you feel energy building in your abdomen and then you have a big body jerk? That is typically a spiritual parasite. Tommy. And pumping continually through this call, and I'm getting very tired. Keep nodding off. Jane, that's just you're a beginner. That's all it means, and you're hitting kind of walls of unconsciousness and then coming back. Glaucoma can be healed. You do healings like you would with spiritual parasites. So there's hand movements that I teach you in the spiritual parasite class for glaucoma and infections. As a matter of fact, you'd be surprised, but cleared HIV and all kinds of viruses, herpes, hepatitis, Lyme disease. So many, many illnesses can be cleared using these techniques very simply. The class to get rid of psychic attack, Fatima, is the No More Ghosts, not No More Ghosts, the longer class, August 11th, because that's part of that. Natalie, how to activate a success signature. We teach that in the Accelerate Wealth, the 21-day program, but just to give you some simple things, you want to clear your blocks to wealth and abundance. And then you want to be really starting to really refine your thoughts. You want to discipline your imagination, so you're only thinking, very positively about what you're bringing in, and you're limiting it so that you can make your breakthroughs. So, meaning you're focusing on at the most like 4 breakthroughs that you want to bring in, and you're amplifying your field pretty continually with gratitude and appreciation. So those are some of the things. And then there's this kind of absolute knowing, without a doubt, I'm going to create this transformation. Maria, I'm sorry, but we have like 300 people in the call. If I were doing a one-to-one, I could maybe help you, but you probably know. You're welcome, Fatima. We are on happiness, which is on the screen. I think you can see it. Happiness, we're clearing blocks to sustaining joy and vitality. Class that addresses health issues is Golden Age Year of Miracles and the Diamond Immersion level. So both of those. Golden Age Year of Miracles is the class where we do it for a whole year. It's 36 hours of regeneration over the course of a year. I think on the Amy, ceramic would be better for you. You're welcome, Maria. Love you. Can you clear more gelins? More gelins. I don't know. Is that an alien? If it's an alien, yes. If it's an infection, yes. If it's a virus, yes. I don't know what it is, but yes. Okay, my dears. Let's see here. We've done a nice clearing on happiness and the blocks to sustaining joy and vitality. There we go. All right, we're just coming up at the end of our 1 hour. I'd like you to rub your hands together in front of your heart chakra, creating some spiritual heat, some tapas, some energy. And by the way, we do these classes pretty frequently. Probably once every 8 weeks we'll offer a free class. So please watch, get on our list, and join us for these free classes and come into the Diamond class or come into the Golden Age. I love you. I want to help you. I want to see you really living your fulfilling life. So we're rubbing our hands together in front of our heart chakra and creating some heat in the hands, and then putting the right hand over the heart chakra, left hand over the right hand in a universal mudra of self-love and self-affinity. And I want you to affirm to yourself, I love myself, I trust myself, I express my unique self. And breathing in and out, and in and out, and just feeling the love, the freedom, the joy, and permission to be you, the permission to be your extraordinary best version of self. Know that you are loved, you are cherished, that you are important, that this day of independence and freedom is just the beginning, that your mission, your life matters. Your being able to be fully self-expressed is your enlightenment. You don't have to go off to a mountain in the Himalayas and meditate your way out of your body. In this era, it's all about getting free of the blocks, the programs, and moving on with your life as a fully self-expressed, fully enriched, enlightened person. I love you. Stay in touch. I'm going to read all of this chat box later today, so I'll know what all of you have said to me. And I'll stay on with the chat for a while. We're going to turn the screen off. By the way, there'll be some videos or not. I don't know what happened now. I think we've gone through 3 screens, so there might not be. We'll send you information on the classes we've talked about. And have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July for those of you in the United States. I know I'm having a big party here out in my backyard on my patio with a bunch of dear friends. So I love you. I appreciate you. You are important to me. Stay in touch, get in the classes, and I hope to see you soon. God bless.